Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Missouri Tigers, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And he takes this from inside the 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So Georgia's offense will go on the attack first. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Wasting no time taking a shot. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. From the gun, the ground game. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it good.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Georgia lining up to hunt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Tigers offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And Jesse, this is going to be a fun test. This receiver, if you leave him in man coverage, you might be in for some trouble.
And so when you get him in the one-on-ones, you got to throw his way. He's a really good route runner. He can catch the football. And then when the defense decides to double cover and take him away, that's when you go somewhere else with the football or you run it. The balance in this offense, based on how they play him, I think is big too.
Yeah, and that's what you've got to do as a defense. Sometimes you double team him, sometimes you play zone, mix it up, give different looks, because he is a guy. He's shown the ability to burn your defense and make big plays.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. How in the world did the offense retain possession? And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. So Missouri will have to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. makes the grab.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Oh, he's got some space. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Well, it's an electrifying run. You think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
And the quickest way to blow up the run game is those interior big boys, those defensive tackles getting in the backfield really quickly and making that ball hurt.
Man, that D tackle was in the backfield in a hurry. The big man is nimble.
Nimble, fast, quick, accurate.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push him downfield. He's got an open man. At midfield, he's got room. He found plenty of room, and he gets him to the 39-yard line. Georgia going back to work with another first down. Leaves it with the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Dropping back, it's Stockton. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Open space at the 25. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. The execution on that screen pass is one that will go in a coaching plan.
Nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release, get the ball to the running back. I got my playmaker in space. Nice chunk yardage play right there by the offense.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for 6. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Get it out on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the tight end. Great move. Now he's got room. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Play of the period, 1st down here. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
You know, this tight end's a weapon in the passing game. He runs good routes, normally has good hands, but didn't have them there.
The give from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So
just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Third and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field. We're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
The kick is on its way. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on first down. Rushes on him. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
Safe completion on the screen. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. So third and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. Grab behind the line. It's Taylor. Gets the job done on third down as he gets it out to the 25. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. The give to the back. Gets it past the marker. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Bulldogs are marching down the field. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. On the run, it's Frazier. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Making side adjustments here. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. It's caught. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the +42.
Guys, how many first downs is that? Just on this drive alone? I mean, this defense allows one or two more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the third quarter.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Long incompletions are okay. We got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. He stopped at the 32. Picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. The RPO, it's complete. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
Took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. He'll start this drive firing. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Zings it complete to the right. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for second down. Here comes the heat. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can't stop the clock. To the air. It's Stockton. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Finds a man in the middle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. Using the quick game. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Here comes the field goal unit. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas between the hedges in Sanford Stadium.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. Runs ahead and powers his way from 4 yards out to the 30. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Power football with the run. Creates a little room. Fighting off the defender. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Sweet cut there. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
How about the play by the speed back? You think about speed, you think about breaking ankles. He broke the tackle because he's so fast, moving so fast, hard to get the guy on the ground.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Stop just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. On the ground, it's Roberts. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominating. Run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
Soften him up with a run, now to throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Gets it out fast. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. So Missouri will have to punt it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll go to the ground. On the move at the 30. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. A first down for the offense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. To the air, it's Stockton. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is...
There he goes. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Quick release on the RPO. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Gonna run it. It's Robinson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside. Defense.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
You hear a lot of coaches talk about bend, don't break, and it's in these areas of the field down in your own goal line defensively where you want to just stiffen up. And they did a really nice job on first down, stopping the run. Here we go on second. There's a good chance the offense tries to run it again. It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Caught in the backfield, it's Spike. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the one on fourth down. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. Sneaks it in. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
And the head coach is going to keep going for it on fourth down because his offense responds like that. Your coach gives you the ultimate vote of confidence. Down on the goal line, we're going for it. I believe in you guys to execute, get us in the end zone, and they pay it off. Phenomenal job up front by the offensive line. You love to see a team respond to their coach's confidence.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Running back searching for a hole. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And the returner will be dragged down. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Leaves it with the back. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. They'll leave it with him. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on 3rd and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a 4th down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Ready to fire from the pistol. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Heaves it on the run. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Quick handoff. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. The Dogs haven't just been hungry, they've been famished. They have just eaten up this offense all day.
Everything they've tried to do hasn't worked. This defense, not only are they well organized, not only are they talented, they're well coached, they listen, they play so hard, they don't give you a thing.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Fires toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. From the gun, the give, looking for room. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
Caught over the middle. It's Barber. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the 4th quarter with the big lead, he's still taking shots.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. To the air. It's Stockton. He lobs one high down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Pocket breaking down. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
I got to be honest, I thought this tight end was going to have a much bigger role in this game. They wanted to get him the football early and often, but after that drop here in the 2nd half, he still doesn't have a catch.
They punt it away on 4th down. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll start this drive with a pass. Looking for a big play. Makes the grab on the left side. Turning it on. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they got it down to the 34.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Bring in the heat. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
I would not want to be the offensive coordinator right now. This offense has a hard time completing the forward pass and making plays, and now you're down, and they know to rush the passer. They know the pass is coming. I'm not sure what the answer is because this offense is just struggling in the passing game.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Missouri wants to go fast. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Here's the heat. They get enough rush, goes up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Here's the pressure. And he runs it all the way down to the 3 before they get him. They desperately need to get the score here on 3rd and goal to have any kind of wild chance. Under fire. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Lets it go to the end zone. Oh, he dropped it, just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. They'll move the wide receiver. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Bulldogs are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Georgia sends out the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory, but instead he'll set the offense up with great field position. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Caught close to the marker. It's Manning. And he got enough for the 1st down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quick strike complete. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Wide receiver going in motion. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result, in the 4th quarter, they barely have 100.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And he was looking into the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incomplete.
They got him. It's a sack. Took a chance to try to score the touchdown, and they'll get nothing. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old kneel down from victory formation. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. And man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence. And David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happens.
Everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow up. Coaches start to believe in them. Everything starts to turn around and swing the other way. They got it all going in the right direction.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.